What's going on, everybody? I'm here to talk about the buffs and changes I've made to Chi-Yu for my ROM hack, Pokemon Scrambled Scarlet. If you're a new viewer here, shout out to you. I appreciate you clicking on this video. You won't regret it. You know, my channel's dope. I've got all types of cool videos explaining all of the really super in-depth and interesting and unique buffs and changes in my ROM hack. This ROM hack is not like any other, as you can probably tell by looking at this, ability spread and moves and shit for Chi-Yu. You're probably thinking, why would you even need to buff Chi-Yu? Chi-Yu's already broken. What the hell is wrong with you, bro? Are you smoking? What are you smoking? And that's understandable if you're thinking about this from a competitive perspective, especially if you clicked on this based on the title, which might make you think it's a competitive analysis. I'm sorry if that's what you were expecting, but if you are a new viewer here, again, I do appreciate you clicking, and I would also recommend that you pause the video and read the description. There is a really important list of it's like a bullet point list of just key points about how this hack is balanced, and it'll answer a lot of your questions as for why this is the way it is. So yeah, make sure you do that, and then also when you're done with the video, you can click all the links in the description. Those are really useful and important. They have a lot of cool videos, and also the Google Sheet, which you can check out for yourself. It has all of the stuff you could ever want on it, as well as the move guide, which is super important. Definitely give that a look. But yeah, after the video, don't click off now because it'll mess up the watch time. But with that being said, Chi-Yu, the goat, man, this guy's cool as hell. So all of the treasures of ruin, I was gonna say swords of ruin, all of the treasures of ruin have two extra abilities that work differently than their ruin ability. So for example, Ting-Lu and Wo-Chien have defensive, ruin abilities. So they have either a different defensive utility ability or a boosting ability to switch between, because all Pokemon in this game are balanced to be taken full advantage of their whole kit, right? You have all these awesome abilities and moves that can do all these diverse things, and you have Move Relearner and all these other tools to take advantage of. And you're supposed to play on Teamlocked, which again, read what that is in the description if you don't know what that is. But the point is, you're not just using Chi-Yu to click buttons and kill things anymore. It obviously, yes, you still are to some extent because of just the fact that it's so strong, but that's not always what you're going to want it to do depending on that boss fight. Energy Shield is very fitting given that it's this embodiment of, I think they're all just resentment or hatred, but I don't know if they're specific. Yeah, like, this guy is fear. Yeah, Ting-Lu was fear, so I guess Chi-Yu is what? Envy. Okay, so technically it's envy, but you get the point. It's just, these negative emotions that are shielding this fucking fish that is kept alive by pure flames, right? Also, exclusive Lava Plume. That's because the deck says it swims through a sea of lava and creates... it gets Lava Plume in Vanilla, and that's also a relatively exclusive move of Vanilla, although it's going to be even more exclusive here because of flavor reasons. I like the fact that only mons that actually have a connection to lava can use that. And this guy does, it swims through a sea of lava. And then it also gets Scorching Sands and Power Gem because it melts rock and sand, and then also it's literally made of beads. So Power Gem is really cool in that regard. Same reason I give it Flash Cannon, also because it's based on like light. I guess like it's so vibrant and radiant, which is also why I give it Dazzling, because it's this little fish that's like just pure. It's just made of like this bead. It's kind of what's the word? I can't think of it right now for some reason. It's kind of not magnificent, fucking pretty, beautiful. I don't know the word for it. I can't think of it right now, but it's like majestic. That's the word, majestic. It's kind of majestic, in this sense. It's like legendary looking, so having that dazzling because it's just this pure embodiment of like fire is really cool as well. And also fire is bright, so that also works in the literal sense of dazzling. And it's also a very good utility ability because there are tons of new priority moves in this game. Being immune to them is great. It's great to be able to cheese priority moves on the AI. It's honestly a bit busted in some cases, especially if you run like agility stuff or Flame Wheel. Flame Wheel will give you +1 speed. Oh, I didn't give them. No, I did give them agility. Yeah, I might have to take that away honestly, but it'll. Quick Claw will still prevent some sweeps, but the thing is you can just endure, or actually you can just Ruination on the Quick Claw because that outspeeds Quick Claw, so I don't know, man. Matter of fact, goodbye agility. Flame Wheel or bust. I think Flame Wheel's cooler anyways, because Flame Wheel gives you +1 speed and he gets that in vanilla as well. So you can use that for +1 speed, which is really all you need with base 100 anyway. So yeah, that's pretty dope. Recover plus Energy Shield's great. However, the main Energy Shield is great in general because it lets you get free switches, right? Not to mention Weakness Policy, Flame Wheel, Energy Shield. You get +2 special attack, +1 speed. You go crazy with that as well. But the main use is just for defensive utility, right? You've got all these great utility moves. You've got Parting Shot, which all 4 of them now get access to via TM. So you can use Parting Shot, Energy Shield for like good pivoting, or you can use Bitter Blaze, which is fucking dope. I love that. I love encouraging the defensive use of Chi-Yu because most people, I mean, in this ROM hack, I reimagine every Pokemon, right? So they're going to be Pokemon that people traditionally, I mean, every Pokemon is relatively, it can only do a few things, most Pokemon, right? They are like pretty straightforward in their abilities. Usually they only have like one good ability at most, and their moves are pretty like, it's just in this ROM hack I try to reimagine everything to be more versatile because it's balanced around Teamlocked. So in this case, no exception, right? Energy Shield, very fitting in my opinion. Dazzling, very fitting. Two great utility abilities. Beads of Ruin is great for that extra damage boost when you need it, but because your special attack is so high off rip, you won't always need it, but you will need it at times, you know, maybe to get a specific KO range with a specific move. But you also have all these high base power moves like Burn Up, Twilight Cannon, Blast Burn. You know, Burn Up is also sick because it removes your fire typing, so you can use that for utility as well, especially with Energy Shield. If you don't want to be weak to something anymore, you can bait the AI. Burn Up also guaranteed burns as well as Lava Plume. However, Burn Up is not spammable while Lava Plume is, so Lava Plume Scarf could in theory get like to a KO something, live the hit because it's burnt, and then burn the next mon and live that hit and then switch out or some shit like that. But it's not, it would be broken and competitive, right? The reason I reworked all these types of moves like Lava Plume, Scald, whatever, is because number one, they're exclusive, and number two, 30% burn is ass for player endgame. You should never bank on that in a ROM hack where you have so many more consistent options that you can use. So that's the thought process for why that guaranteed burns. And again, it's an exclusive move. Not, you know, very few Pokemon are getting that. I just figured Chi-Yu fits it too well, and also it's a legendary. It's fine, and it's far from the most broken thing it can do. I mean, I would argue Rumination endgame with the dazzling stuff, with like Flame Wheel, is probably the most quote unquote broken, because the way I would define broken is, can it, you know, sweep the AI consistently, and you kind of can with that, although not 100% of the time. Endure as well, you know, Endure, Rumination, whatever. You can definitely cook with your movesets and your move relearner, but yeah, utility Chi-Yu is sick. You've also got Bursting Flames to break sashes and also bypass Energy Shield, Sturdy, Multi-Scale, Akaberry, all these other things. Bursting Flames being only 75 base power, but it's, you know, it's a multi-hit move. It's 25 base power per hit, so that's very, very good as well. Doom Desire is sick with Energy Shield and Parting Shot, very, very strong. Fire Wrath and Inferno are great with Wide Lens. Those are both guaranteed burn moves, 130 base power. So that's really cool. But again, you have to run Wide Lens for those to work, right? But it's definitely worth running for certain situations. Also just cool for flavor and stuff. Blast Burn, Twilight Cannon are both Draco Meteor variants now. Overheat is now Recoil instead, so that's great. Overheat Special Flare Blitz, right? That does not synergize well with Energy Shield. However, you can still switch in, take the hit because of Energy Shield, and then Scarf Overheat. The reason Overheat is the last of its fire moves is because all of its other strong high base power fire moves are not spammable. Wildfire physically cannot be used twice in a row, same with Night Days. Those are both Wicked Blow variants. Twilight Cannon and Blast Burn obviously have the downside of dropping your stats, so they're less spammable, although you can still run White Herb, or even cooler, a Jetpack. That's fucking dope. Burn Up physically cannot be used twice in a row either. You have to switch out, unless you got Terra Fire, but that's why I would ban Stab Terra personally. I think it's not only just kind of broken, but also really fucking uninteresting. So personally, I mean, actually, no, I would say that's definitely an intended rule, is to ban Stab Terra, but AI, you know, I mean, although the AI is never going to have Chi-Yu, sadly. I was trying to think of a trainer that fits the Treasures of Ruin. I'm not going to pull fucking Rad. I hate those games. I hate how they just throw on stupid fucking legendaries onto every trainer for no reason. For no flavor reasons or thematic reasons, right? The only trainer that fits the Treasures of Ruin is the History Teacher. Whatever the fuck her name is, I forget already. But she is only a post-game fight, and I don't really want to bother with the Academy Ace tournament when the game already has 5 different fucking versions that I have to work or, you know, make. So anyway, I'm getting very off topic. Hopefully you appreciate this rantier style, but I'm going to still try to keep these under 15 minutes. You know, if you're listening this far into the video, I'm kind of curious. Would you guys like if I ever re-record videos and give you like longer 30-minute plus, like full just info dump type videos? Because I can do that down the line if you guys want. Because I know some people like that style of content, but I try to keep it in the middle, like 15 minutes, just so it's still widely appealing, you know? Especially because I don't script it, so it would just be me rambling. But it's all useful information. I mean, it's always going to be relevant or important because it's coming from, you know, the creator's mouth, I guess, or brain. But yeah, I'm getting, if you can't tell, I've been bulk recording. I've done like 10 videos in a row now, but yeah, I mean, I've really talked about everything anyways. Defensively, a Mystical Fire, a Dismal Cry is also great with Energy Shield, with Recover as well, and then of course that Bitter Blaze is dope. Healing, dude, I love that with Energy Shield. What's his fucking name? Zero Ledge does the same thing with Bitter Blaze, and yes, if you're just not noticing, yes, I named those moves around one another. Bitter Blaze, Bitter Blade, it's just one letter change, it's kind of cool. But yeah, Bitter Blaze is sick with energy shield. It's so strong, man. Chiyu's so cool. It's probably my favorite change-wise out of all of them. Wu Qian's so dope, and so is Tinglu though. I love all three of them, and I also love Qian Pao. I just think they're kind of boring. Also because they were already like, I don't know, kind of most boring design of the three. But I still like Qian Pao. It's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's basically it, man. I mean, it's got great defensive utility with that energy shield, with those burn moves, with the pivot moves, the defense dropping moves, the healing moves, any debuff move in general. Also, offensively, energy shield can still be used to get free switch-ins that you wouldn't be able to otherwise get. Again, scarf, overheat. The reason I was trying to say it doesn't synergize with energy shield is because, of course, it removes your energy shield. But if you're switching in, which is what you'll probably be doing most of the time, is take the hit, scarf, overheat, live the recoil, and then you can get another kill in theory. If you, of course, can live the recoil. And if not, that's where moments where Beads of Ruin boosted Heat Wave or Flamethrower would be best, because those are 100% accurate, reliable, no drawback, right? Or Bitter Blaze actually is the same, but even better. So, yeah, no, Bitter Blaze is just objectively better Heat Wave. I was trying to think of some, I mean, maybe in a double battle in versus Rhyme or some shit, but this thing wouldn't be legal by Rhyme except for one of the boss fights for Rhyme, right? Yeah, one of the caps for Rhyme is post level 50. So anyway, I don't know, man. I've covered pretty much everything I want to talk about. All the abilities are very fitting, very cool. I love this interpretation of Chi-Yu. I love making Pokemon that are traditionally considered to be one thing be able to do other things. I think that's so much more interesting and cool, especially when it actually makes sense for that Pokemon to be able to do it. And in this case, it very much does, at least to me. Especially having that big spit F stat. I mean, look at it, dude. Like it's like this mystical fire embodiment thing. I don't know, it fits. I like it. It's cool. Hope you do as well. Also got some good coverage, Dazzling Gleam, Scorching Sands, Power Gem, Flash Cannon, all these nice little coverage options you can teach once in a while. Eternal Beam as well. With Movie Learner, recoil moves and not recoil, coverage moves in general are much better now. In Sweltering, they're kind of niche, but in here they're much better because there's no downside to deleting a move, right? So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening. Let me know in the comments down below if you made it to the end. If you like this style of content, sub. If you're new, I mean, hopefully by the time you're listening, if you made it to the end, hopefully you're already sub. But if you're not, definitely do that. Leave a comment, drop a like, and I'll be back for more coming up. I guess any other things I didn't mention? Night Burst, Ignite are priority. But if you're listening 14 minutes in, you know that already. So yeah, no, thanks for listening. I'll be back for more coming up. Peace.